Wait, don't scroll. Something just happened, and you didn't even realize how powerful it was. I'm serious. What you did recently, that quiet decision, that moment nobody clapped for, nobody noticed, it didn't go unseen. In fact, it caught heaven's attention in a way that even the angels didn't expect. And if you can feel something shifting inside you right now, like a quiet confirmation you can't explain, then this message is for you. Before we go any further, I want you to do something simple but intentional. Go down and comment 777. Not for me, but as a sign that you're aligned, that you're ready to understand what just got activated in your life. Because what I'm about to reveal next will make you look at that moment very differently. Chosen ones, what you did was so powerful, even angels didn't expect it. There is a reason this found you, and I want to say that gently but clearly. What you just did, the thing that looked small even to you, the thing you thought nobody noticed, did not stay small in the spirit. It moved something. It reached farther than you realize. I know how easy it is in a season like this to dismiss your own obedience because it did not look dramatic. But heaven is not only moved by loud moments. Sometimes it is one quiet choice, one private prayer, one tear you never explained to anyone. And today, I believe the Lord is saying to you, chosen one, I saw what you did. Even the angels paused over it, not because heaven was uncertain, but because what came out of you in that moment was rare. You thought it was just another hard day, just another whispered prayer, just another choice to hold yourself together when nobody was there to applaud you. But heaven saw the weight of it. God heard it, and something shifted. This is not for everyone. I can feel that strongly. This is for the one who almost gave up yesterday, the one carrying battles too heavy to explain, the one who still shows up with faith, even though the heart feels worn down. Yes, I mean you. The enemy thought he understood your breaking point. He thought pressure would make you bitter, betrayal would make you cold, delay would make you stop caring. I have seen that happen in real life too. Pain tries to rewrite people. It tries to make them suspicious, harsh, unreachable. Maybe you felt that temptation yourself. Maybe you felt your heart wanting to shut down just to survive. But instead of becoming what pain was trying to produce, you chose something higher. You chose faith. You chose mercy. You chose to keep going. And that choice disrupted more than you know. What heaven saw was not perfection. It was a chosen one refusing to let pain become identity. You were expected to grow angry, pull away, stop trusting, maybe even stop talking to God. But you did not. And the Lord is saying that decision struck the enemy's plan harder than you realize. The enemy studies patterns. He studies wounds. He watches where people usually collapse. He thought he had already mapped out your ending. But the script changed when you answered pain with obedience. It changed when you forgave. It changed when you prayed through silence. It changed when you stayed kind in a world that rewards cruelty. Very few people still do that. That is why heaven noticed. Maybe part of you is still asking, what did I actually do? You forgave when you had every reason not to. You kept praying when it felt like nothing was moving. You kept loving when people gave you little back. You kept believing when circumstances argued against your faith. You stayed soft where life was trying to harden you. That matters more than you think. I have always believed that some of the holiest moments in life do not look holy from the outside. They look ordinary. They look like choosing not to send the cruel message. They look like crying in private and still waking up with a clean heart. They look like whispering to God at night when you are too tired to impress anyone. That is often where the deepest warfare happens. That is often where the truest victory begins. Galatians says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Hold that close, because what felt like survival was actually planting. You are planting patience, faith, obedience, character. And seeds planted in the Spirit do not die because people overlook them. They grow where human eyes cannot see. Think about Joseph. His faithfulness did not look rewarded at first. It looked buried under betrayal, false accusation, and delay. But what was hidden was never wasted. Think about Job, who lost so much and still refused to curse God. I have also seen this in modern life, wounded people choosing grace over revenge, and somehow that one decision became the turning point of their future. Something powerful is released when a soul stays aligned under pressure. That is what I believe is happening with you now. Something is growing beneath the surface of your life, something the enemy cannot choke out, something people cannot steal because they were never the source of it. It was planted between you and God. And when spiritual seeds begin to rise, miracles do not stay far behind. But here is what you need to understand. The moment heaven celebrated your decision, the enemy panicked, because in that instant he realized something dangerous. You are not who he thought you were. You were stronger than the pain, deeper than the wounds, more resilient than every attack meant to break you. And the moment he saw that, he changed his strategy. Have you noticed how the attacks started to feel stranger, the resistance heavier, the confusion deeper, the delays longer? Maybe you even asked yourself why everything suddenly feels harder. It is because your obedience exposed the enemy's plan, and now he is scrambling. But God is saying to you today, do not misread the pressure. Pressure does not mean defeat. Pressure means breakthrough is near. Pressure means the enemy senses that something is coming. Pressure means heaven has already released something with your name on it. That is why you cannot turn back now. What you did set something in motion, something powerful, something irreversible. Isaiah 60:22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." It does not say you will force it. It says God will make it happen. Chosen one, heaven's clock has been moving in your favor all along. Every tear you cried was recorded. Every lonely prayer was heard. Every act of obedience was remembered. Nothing was wasted, ignored, or forgotten. Even when you felt invisible, God saw you. Even when people overlooked you, heaven did not. Even when your kindness was mistaken for weakness, God was still watching. And today, God is speaking something prophetic over your life. Your quiet obedience has opened a door the enemy cannot close. What shocked heaven was not perfection, it was your heart. God was not looking for flawless behavior. He was looking for surrendered faith. And you gave him that when no one applauded, no one understood, and no one validated your pain. You still chose God. You still chose integrity. You still chose the narrow road. Jesus said in Matthew 7:14, "Small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." A few. The chosen. The ones willing to keep walking even when the road feels lonely. And that is you. You have wondered why your path feels different, slower, heavier, deeper. It is because you are not walking the crowded road. You are walking the chosen road. And that road produces something rare. It produces people heaven can trust, people God can use, people who carry light into dark places. And now this is where everything starts to shift, because God is saying something very clear today. What you did was the final test before acceleration. The enemy believed that situation would break you, that betrayal would harden you, that pressure would crush your faith. But instead, you passed, and heaven noticed. Now the next chapter is opening. Acceleration often arrives disguised as disruption. It can look like sudden changes, unexpected doors, new relationships, divine separations, and moments when God moves you out of places you thought would last forever. Do not resist it. When God accelerates the life of a chosen one, things can move quickly. Doors that stayed shut may suddenly open. Favor that once seemed impossible may suddenly appear. People who doubted you may start asking how it happened. But you will know the truth. It was not your power. It was God responding to a heart that refused to bow to darkness. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose." Your life is not random. Your pain was not random. Your delays were not random. God has been weaving everything together behind the scenes. And the moment you chose obedience in that difficult place, something divine was activated. You stepped into alignment. And when a chosen one aligns with heaven, everything begins to rearrange. Chosen ones are not dangerous because they never struggle. They are dangerous because they refuse to quit. And that is exactly what you did. You refused to quit when everything tried to push you there. You stayed. You believed. You trusted. And heaven is responding. Even now, things are moving behind the scenes of your life. Doors are aligning. Opportunities are being prepared. Favor is taking shape. Soon, you will look back and realize that what felt like just another painful day was actually the day heaven began announcing your next season. Chosen one, the shift has already started. The harvest is already forming. The breakthrough is already on its way. And the God who saw your quiet obedience is about to reveal his loud reward. So lift your head, strengthen your heart, prepare your spirit. Your story is not ending in struggle. It is being transformed into testimony.